Welcome back to Gallery Watch. I'm at Barassi Fine Art Studio in North Fremantle. NT, obviously.
Yep.
NT, North NT.
Yep, North
These
NT.
ones?
Western New South Wales. Let's
okay.
keep it simple as that.
All right.
Plain. So, it's, because otherwise, look, really, there's not a lot of... That was the point, actually, was that how featureless New South Wales, the plains are. When I was coming to terms with the Australian landscape 20 years ago, I didn't have the opportunity to go to the Bungles or somewhere cool. All I could do was drive down the road. And what I saw is this.
And what technique did you use for the lower part of the scene there?
Well, that's been something that's formed out of, I think, me trying to... I have to be perfectly honest, to stay sane. Particularly after, there's a lot of my paintings that have been out there in the world now from this place. The earlier ones I'm talking about didn't have this level of this detail. I wanted to reduce my working medium. I'd left a gallery that I had been with for some time. That was a big gallery and had helped me a lot, but ceased to do so. And it was a very hard decision on my family. I felt completely exposed, basically. And you think, well, what does one do with your, where do you go with your work from there? I didn't know immediately. When I stopped and closed my eyes, my imagination still revolved around these central images of a horizon line of sky, of ground, of these just the barest of nothing, like an empty plain. I mean, and yet it still will always speak to me. It's never leaving me. I mean, that's for sure. So what I wanted then was to make the ground more resolute. I wanted the ground to be something I could hold on to, and then I could make the sky more shiftable, more changeable as it is in life. Not some construct, not some. It's dramatic. Ooh, the sky's, No, I wanted it to be like it felt out there, in these places where the sky's, going over you, I didn't know what I was doing. I just started really, I found these other brushes and they're really hard to keep clean and straight and, they drive me nuts. But anyway, 5mm marks, one off the other, would be and that's the underground that you can't even see anymore when you look at there's two other layers that come on top. And I kept wondering why but I just felt like it was making the ground feel anchored.
And it was giving you much more time to sort out what you were going to do.
Exactly right. It bought me some time.
So Jason, I mentioned earlier that these, from a distance, look like etchings.
Well, they are my new etchings. Etching became impossible due to practical matters, no more, no less. I tried to treat like this handmade paper that I have, which is very unforgiving. You can't erase much on it. You can't sort of go, I buggered that, I'll do it again. It's actually like a plate that you have an etching. Every mark is like, well, hello, sorry. So you really got to think about what you're doing, and you go in lightly, and then you build it. And you're really building these drawings. They're not sketches. They're the whole kitchen sink.
Jason Benjamin, congratulations, and thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you more.
Basil. Are you excited to be here tonight?
I'm always excited to be here. No, it's great. Very much excited. Cinematic. That's how Rob described it, and I agree with that completely. Yeah.
And were you aware of Jason's work before?
I wasn't actually, so it's really great to just pop in fresh and just see it for what it is. Yeah, I like this piece here, the one with the long road. I was talking to as soon as I saw it, I thought Mad Max, and Rob said there's some connection with Jason to that film. I'm not sure. I think he was influenced by the film when he was maybe a young bloke. And so, Rob said, it's funny you should say that, Mad Max is true, rings true. So there's something dark going on. There's like the outside of it's dark, leading us into this centre, and I like that. There's something happening. It's dynamic. Yeah.
So John, thanks for joining us. What do you feel about tonight's exhibition here?
I really love it. I love the location because it's in the heart of Fremantle. It's in a beautiful building and the art's fantastic, particularly the one on the wall over there with the red sunset.
A lot of people have commented on that actually.
And when I got told that he took years and years to put all the blades of grass together, I found that quite impressive. None of these paintings do I think you see one single human being. So that's something that's quite remarkable about these paintings. And he seems like a really nice guy too. Well, some of these scenes here give me a craving to go to those places. And so that's impressive in itself, I think. And even the flowers on the wall behind us, they're really attractive as well. So I'm very impressed.
What's your name?
My name's Nadia.
Hello, Nadia.
Hello. Nice to meet you, John.
It's good to meet you. What do you do? How come we meet here?
I know. I could ask you the same thing. What are you doing here over a lovely Thursday evening, actually?
On Thursday evening, we're here for the Senate election for the WikiLeaks party, but we're just cruising the art galleries tonight, checking out the Fremantle art.
And what do you think of the pieces that are on show tonight?
Oh, they're pretty marvellous landscapes. So the prices are enticing. And I particularly like the one over there with the bee, with the, in the flower and the bee. I think that's very suggestive of positive elements of Fremantle life.
Hi Lucy, nice to see you here.
It's great to be here.
What do you think about tonight's exhibition?
Oh, some stunning Australian landscapes. My favourite's the orange sunset because it's the kind of sunset that you only get over country western Australia.
Absolutely, that is very true.
And lovely to come to events like this. So nice to see the Perth art community out and enjoying themselves.
Hi Eliana.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, great, thanks. And how are you feeling about tonight's exhibition?
Oh, it's incredible. I love Jason Benjamin's work, and it's been a real pleasure getting to know him in person and really hear his journey of how he's actually come to create these pieces. A few weeks ago I was watching another film of his work and just watching his hand flick each stroke of the grass, and it just makes you appreciate the amount of detail and time he puts into his works. And I think as a viewer you really appreciate how much effort he's put in and time, and the actual the motion of the work he's creating is so heavily related to a spiritual journey and the journey he took actually creating these works.
Hi there. So what is your favourite piece from tonight's exhibition?
I think my sort of two favourites are the Chinese, or the Chinese-inspired paintings that he did. I just like the colours. I like the blue. There's something sort of very kind of, I guess, meditative about it. The pinks and the light blue together, and there's just a nice shine to it. So I don't know. Obviously, his intention is to work with light, but there's, I guess, the feeling that I'm getting from the light is the actual shine from the painting, and I just find it very relaxing and very nice to look at.
They're very bold, aren't they?
Yeah, bold. And what I think I like about the exhibition generally is it seems quite diverse. You know, you've got the sort of what's the term for them, the sketches over there, and then you've got the paintings here. But it almost seems like those two are inspired. They come from a sort of different place, and I kind of like that. I think you're seeing different facets of the artist, which I like.
They almost look like they've been done by different people.
Yeah, that was the impression that I got, and I sort of thought, well, yeah, not being familiar with the artist's work, my fault, but I got the impression that there were actually different artists. But yeah, to see that sort of, I wouldn't say necessarily progression, but the sort of different stages of the artist's development, I think is great.
It's difficult for a lot of artists to come out of their comfort zone and do something different.
Yeah, I think that's really important, and to acknowledge that and to sort of say that this is just a work in progress or something that I'm experimenting with, or, well, not so much experimenting with. He said, well, I spent like 20 years or whatever just working on the little the grass prints there and that sort of thing. But to be sort of, I guess, to acknowledge that you're moving through different stages and to show that boldly, I think it's a good thing.
Well, that was another fantastic exhibition at Baratti Fine Arts Studio. I'm Nadia Hunter. See you next time on Gallery Watch.